What up, fam? Please be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Now let's get it. Let's go. I'm so glad that I listened to the Breakfast Club interview today. I wasn't going to listen to the interview because sometimes when they talk politics, like I just have to be in the mood for it. And I really wasn't in the mood for it. But I was reading the comments and everybody was just speaking. Like the comments made me like, okay, what is the interview about? So I mosey on over to the hour interview, and oh my goodness, this Angela Stanton interview was everything. And I knew I sensed some type of hostility before the interview began. So I was like, let me go be nosy, and it was everything. I'm so glad that I checked that out. You know, Angela Stanton was really on it. The fact that she took on 3 people who was, to me, purposely trying to go against her. You know, I don't know if the Breakfast Club is funded by someone of the LGBTQ community or not, but I feel like they are. I feel like they try to push an agenda along with so many other people. And I feel like when you try to go against some stuff that is just facts and just common sense, I mean, it has to be done on purpose. It makes me now look at them differently, like, wow, what is this about? What's going on really with Charlemagne, behind closed doors? Because it's some, rumors about him, but something that he said, and I'll talk about it later, it just made me like, okay, something's not right with this dude, and something's not right with them, period. Because let me just break it down. So I'm just going to focus on the parts of the interview that really stuck out to me. I like the fact that Angela Stanton, let us know that her son is also gay. But just because you are gay does not mean you can't still be a man. And that's her son. She raised him. She loved him. But just because you love someone also does not mean you have to agree with everything someone does. In life in general, we do not always agree with what our loved ones do. But does that mean that we don't love them anymore? No. Okay, and that's the thing that I can't stand when certain people want to consider that homophobic because you do not support them 100%. I mean, realistically, no one supports no one 100%.
So there's a certain thing called gender dysphoria, and it's very similar to people that have anorexia.
So you're anti-trans.
Here's the thing, I'm anti-what?
Trans rights.
Y'all love to use that word. I never said that. Grown people can do what they want to do, but why are we confusing children?
Okay, so I did not like how Angela Yee had a smirk on her face when she called Angela Stanton anti-trans. I just did not like the fact that she put that label on her.
No children can get a sex change. So you're mad like Dwayne Wade and,
yes, they can.
And how he's raising his son.
Yes, they can. You don't know that there are laws allowing children to be given hormone blockers?
I feel like kids should be kids, okay? Let kids be kids, because if they can't make major decisions, why would they, with other stuff, why would they make decisions with their gender? This should not even be a discussion when it comes to kids. The fact that they're giving kids hormone blockers, that should be illegal. Like, why would you do that? First of all, if they can't make little bitty decisions, why would they make a big decision like this when it comes to their gender? That is something that shouldn't even be talked about.
So I just took my daughter to the doctor the other day. She was only 15 years old. She just turned 16. And the first thing the doctor asked her was, what gender do you identify with? Why are we allowing them to confuse our youth, confuse our children? When you grow up and you're an adult, if that's what you want to do, you have every right. I believe people should love who they want to love, absolutely. But when we come to our children and giving them options and now allowing them to make informed decisions, We need to tell them the truth.
So Angela Yee was saying that, I guess she has transgender friends and they say they feel like they're a woman. Well, key word feel. And Angela Stanton was like, being a woman is more than just a feeling.
Understand that they felt like, for a majority of them, they felt like that since they were young. I was born and I was assigned this gender at birth as a male, but I feel like I'm a woman.
Angela,
and that's the gender that I identify with.
Listen to what you're saying.
I think that it is dangerous for you to tell a child they can't be who they are, because that leads to all kinds of mental trauma.
My thing is, it's dangerous to allow a child to be whoever they think they are, and then first of all, they're a child. They can't make major decisions like that. Now, that's dangerous when you're trying to do everything pleasing for the child and not being the adult in the situation. Kids need to be kids. Growing up, this has never been a thing. So all of a sudden, I'm just like, where is all this coming from? I think that when people cater to what someone feels, are we not trying to make sure there's no underlying issue there?
Feeling like a woman doesn't make you a woman. And when you tell me that, I'm telling a child, let's just say my son was gay. If he told me he felt like he was a female, that I would be doing damage to him by telling him that he's a male. I feel like I would be doing damage to him by telling him that he's a female. So the healthy and responsible thing to do as a parent is to tell your child the truth and teach them to love themselves and be comfortable in the skin that they are in.
She also pointed out something that I did not even know, was the fact that people can change their birth certificates, which again, I think that should be against the law, because, let's be honest, it's a lot of deceitful people in the world, always have been. So why would that be okay for someone to change their birth certificate? Because if the other person, it just makes it where it's very unfair to someone else if they're unaware, okay? And then, you're not giving that person the choice. And one thing that really bothered me was when she brought that point up, Charlemagne said something very disturbing. He was just like, well, I would think by that time the person will be in love. And I'm just like, and it wouldn't really matter. And I'm just like, what? Oh my goodness. Like, so it's okay to deceive people. Is that what you're saying? Because how do you, you're pretty much putting in someone's head that if I don't tell this person for years and years and he fall in love with me, or she falls in love with me, then that's okay, because they're not gonna go nowhere, because then it'll be about love. And so you're putting that in someone's head like, oh shit, I can just wait years later. And you want to talk about dangerous? That's dangerous, because you don't know if somebody can snap or anything, or they can break down. So I think that's a very selfish ass act to do, to sit there and deceive someone and not let them know.
They just made it legal where young underage transgenders can change their birth certificate. So I have 3 sons. So let's say my 19-year-old son in 5 years from now meets someone from New York that was legally able to change their birth certificate. They get married. He's waited 10, 15 years to have a child, finds out 15 years later that he is not married to a biological woman. How is that fair?
And this is their response, y'all.
I would wonder if that person would care after all of that time, because you already grew in love with a person. Clearly, you didn't see any difference.
Well,
there's women who can't have babies now. Does that mean you're going to leave them?
That's just like if you was married to a woman and she told you she didn't have any children, and then come to find out she got 5 kids stashed off somewhere. You would feel deceived. You will want to marry somebody that will be honest up front with you. You won't want to marry somebody that's going to lie to you and keep.
I feel like anybody, no matter what you are, should be able to relate to the fact that no one wants to be deceived. You take a topic or a point, and it's like you would think that everybody would be on the same page, and they're not. Oh, okay, yeah, it's cool to be deceived. Charlemagne is like, well, I would think, the person would be in love by that, but it wouldn't matter. What the fuck? Are you crazy? Like, is he for real? I love it when people can stand on their own. I love it when people don't need a whole bunch of, yes men around them. I love it when someone can stand in their thoughts and beliefs and not back down if the whole, room was looking at them crazy. This is like the prime example. And she held her own against these three. I don't even know what I want to call them right now. I don't know. Because clearly, if anybody was to walk up to you and say, hey, do you want to be deceived today? Can I deceive you? You're going to be like, hell no.
Want to marry somebody that's going to lie to you and keep a huge part of their life away.
Sounds great, but a lot of people are married to people they were deceived by in many ways. So I don't think you can ever prevent people from not deceiving people in marriage.
It's okay. I guess that's your excuse. Do you have
that's
children?
What they need. Then
do you
no,
have
I don't.
Children?
No.
Okay. I have 5 children. And as a mother who has raised children, it is not healthy to mislead your children or to lie to your children and make them believe in something that is not scientifically true.
That was a great interview, you guys. If you haven't seen it, go check out the full interview. To me, they were very unprofessional. How they conducted the interview, it was more of a catty debate versus an interview. And I'm glad that it went down that way because it gave us something to talk about. And it also just let a lot of people see how well Angela can pretty much, she can pretty much handle whatever that comes her way. Like, she really, knew what she was talking about. Even if you don't agree with everything that she has to say, she has really good points. And it was a really, again, great interview. And a lot of people just have became like new fans of hers. So yeah, go check it out. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.